This video is about this 1.4 petrol Corsa Bakkie pickup truck utility car that has, since the day it was bought, had overheating problems. My own father is a mechanic, cannot find out what the cause is. It just constantly overheats to the point that I've actually had to put the fan on manual with a manual switch, as it doesn't come on due to the thermostat or any other controls, and the fan basically runs the whole time I'm driving. For some reason the fan intelligence, or MCU, affects fuel management. I haven't got a clue how or why. You'll have to ask the engineers in Germany. But if you try and put the fan on and off while you're driving, when it gets hot you put it on, when it gets cold you turn it off, the car will suddenly die at a traffic light or something, and you will not be able to start it. It will cough and splutter, and it will start with super low revs, and you're going to have to sit there with people hooting and carrying on while the car picks up. It's just a nightmare. So I just leave the fan on all the time. Okay, so how I installed this was down here. Here is the sensor on the side of the block. So you can see a brown wire comes from the MCUs, goes into the sensor, and a blue wire originally came in and continued into the sensor. The blue wire I've intercepted just with network cable, so the blue and the red have intercepted just the blue wire. The brown wire I haven't done anything with at all. And then that network cable is in that little plastic shield, goes past the fuse box, goes through there, past the battery, through the firewall, and into the interior of the car. Okay, so inside the car I installed this toggle switch there, which will turn the fan on and off manually as I choose. So if I turn the ignition on, okay, so the fan is not running now. Let me see if this works. Yeah, the fan comes on. Okay, so in the interior of the car, bear with me as I focus and unfocus. There's all the regular, come on, indicator lights. Okay, so only the handbrake stays on. Now the fan's still running. Just give it a minute here. I want to show you something. Come on. So there, the check engine light comes on, and it's going to stay on. It'll stay on the whole time the fan's on, because you've interrupted something that the engine's not happy about. Also, what will happen is the temperature gauge will stay where it is. It will stay dropped down. It won't at any point read however hot the car gets. Just kill some noise here. However hot the car gets, the temperature gauge will not read, which is normal because you've interrupted the signal going to the car's MCU about what's happening with heat. Also, what I do is when I get to my destination, as you can see, I've popped the hood. Well, that's for illustration purposes, but I pop the hood and I leave the fan on, and then I stand outside the car for about 5 minutes just to give the fan a chance to really get rid of some of the latent heat in the engine, because if you just turn off the fan, turn off the car and get out, there's still a lot of engine block heat that actually ramps up quite a lot while you're away from the car. So I let it do that, and just as an added aid to the engine, I actually turn the fan off and leave the bonnet up for about an hour or 2 hours, just to really aid with the engine's ability to get rid of heat. So I hope this video helps you. I hope you can also solve some of your car's heat problems using my method. I considered wiring straight to the fan, but it's just a bit more technical. It requires bigger wires and things like, I just didn't want to go that route. It's hard to find the fan's input straight to the battery and all of that, so I tried intercepting this little sensor and it seemed to have really worked. Okay, let me know what you think.